I promise you, the coaches will coach better in order because they know they're going to get recognition. You're going to be on national TV. They have all the reason to come in and watch the Cowboys and wax their ass. So I'm telling you right now, you better play like you playing the Super Bowl and do not give up. And if there's anybody that's ready to play on this team, that's why you went to training camp. You took your ass to training camp to make the football team so you can play. So get your ass out there on the field and play. And stop playing around with, I don't know if he should play. Well, hell, if he on the team, he better get his ass out there and play.
What is up, Cowboys? I love Eugene Lockhart, man. How do you not like Eugene?
The best.
How does it not get you hyped up, man? But hope everyone's doing well on a Monday. Chilling. Hopefully, you guys had a good weekend. I'm repping the CD Lamb. We got all this stuff going on. We're going to get into some of that and some other things. But, man, hopefully you guys are doing good. You're getting ready. We're 1 week closer. I mean, Jimmy, I don't know. Did we have a show last week? I don't think we did.
No, we didn't have it.
I talked in a little while. You guys are making moves.
We are
making moves.
We're
not doing a show, so hopefully they don't stop for you.
We're taking care of our business. First of all, we're going to kind of parlay this into the Cowboys situation. Cuts, what's up? Doug, Rick, Vince, how's it going, Chuck? So, I'm still scratching my head at Jarrett, especially when they asked about what's your target date for CD getting signed, and he said 0 target date. But Terry Fontenot, our GM, goes out, takes care of his business. Grady Jarrett gets Juden on the team. He, does a little finagling, this and that. Chris Lidstrom, he takes a pay cut to get Simmons on the team, and we just beefed up our defense in ways I couldn't imagine.
No, I mean, honestly, it puts the Falcons as a clear favorite in their division. Tampa, yes. I live in Tampa, so they're still hanging on. They're still thinking that they got a shot, but I think what you guys did with those signings, and that's what I don't understand. It's like some of these teams do it, and the Cowboys just seem to kind of drag their feet. Now, I'd say, hey, they went out and they got Lawson. They got Carl Lawson today. They got Jordan Phillips. They went out and made some moves, but I'm just thinking, our man CeeDee Lamb is like still sitting there. I don't know what's going on. He's sending these subliminal messages and interpretation. He's got the Spider-Man. Thank God for J-Tuck. I don't know what the hell this means. I thought he's ready to battle. He's signed. I figured, all right, the man signed. He's going to be, Venom? He's going to be coming to unleash the fury upon all our opponents. But I understand it's being the bad guys. Now, is he ready to be the bad guy? I don't know what's going on. Maybe all my comic book friends will have a better idea. But, I mean, why do we have to have this drama? It just blows my mind. When I look at Atlanta goes out and they get Cousins, quietly. They draft Penix. They get a quarterback, that they believe could be their future, that bridge. And then they go out and get some key free agents. Justin Simmons, who was number 43 on the NFL top 100, I believe somewhere around there. He was sitting there just hanging around waiting to find the right opportunity. And, I mean, he's one of the best safeties in the league.
Him and Bates are going to be a home run together. And the best part, Jerry calling Juden, he's calling him a wrecking machine. He's hungry. Just like Eugene says, he's hungry. And that's what I want on my team. But it is like you said, we're making moves. Again, I love Terry Fontenot. I love what he's doing. People laughed about the Penix pick. And look, Penix, he didn't even play in his last preseason game. He played week 1, and Coach Morris said, that's it. He ain't playing the rest of the preseason, which I'm fine with. We had 37 guys the other day who are likely going to make the roster spot. We didn't play him. We don't want injuries. We don't want none of that. But we're making our moves, taking care of our business. Jerry Jones, I'm scratching my head. We spoke a couple weeks ago. I'm trying to be respectful here. He's saying things in public that lead me to believe that he might be, losing it a little bit.
Oh, I don't understand. I mean, I agree with Doug. They signed Zeke after Labor Day. He played week 1, but would we all agree wasn't that kind of like near the down? Like he got off to not the best start, and it was kind of the beginning. Get him in camp, get him acclimated with the team, be part of the guy. You're gonna pay him. He's gonna get what he wants. I mean, let's just stop screwing around with it and playing these games and like sending the guys got to send these little messages, and we got to leave it up to interpretation, and everyone's working through the media. He's signing. There's no way that they're not going to have an 88 that he's going to be a holdout. Now, Michael Irvin talked about he held out, and I think it was 92 or 93. I can't remember if it was before the Super Bowl or after the Super Bowl year. He had a holdout for a contract, and I think he made it to the first game, right? He signed right before the season started, and he played, and I believe they won a Super Bowl. So I'm not saying it can't be done. I just wish they would. I'm not a big distraction guy, even though I cause distraction with my videos and my rants and stuff. I mean, who am I to sit there and criticize Jerry for being a distraction? I just don't like it. I don't like it with my team. So it was 92. Thank you, Doug. I mean, they went on to win the Super Bowl. So, and Emmett held out in 93. And they missed 2 games. They lost those 2 games. To me, it's a little bit different with Emmett because he was a free agent. He wasn't under contract or anything like that.
But
Emmett was he was the best running back in the NFL when running backs really, really mattered. That hurt Dallas a lot. But thankfully, they overcame that. But Jerry came to his senses after a couple of losses and said, man, we got to pay him. I don't want that to happen here. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah, but the thing is, you're playing with fire right now. Again, you got a coach, a quarterback, and one of the best receivers in the league, and they're all right now in limbo. So CD, he can roll the dice, say, screw it, man. I'll play the season out, and then I'll go and see who's paying me the most next season. That's what you have to worry about right now.
No, absolutely. And you got Dak. See, now Dak Prescott, it's a risk, right? It is a risk. What's up, Tyrone? It is a risk. But he's fine with it, right? He's there. He don't care. He's making 55 whatever million a year. He said, hey, it's business, and I respect that from him. It shows a lot about him. He's getting paid a lot. He wants to go out there, and he wants to have a prove-it deal. It's fine. He's not holding out. So I'm over like Dak. If they want to do that, hey, do what you got to do. But CD, it's like he's in his prime. He's young. He's hungry. I mean, it's like, his career is ascending, and we don't have a ton, behind him. So, he's got a lot of the leverage right now. So I guess we'll see what happens.
At least he has a prime.
Yeah. So that's kind of the Cowboys crazy. So I do want to say the Cowboys Cave tailgate party. The tailgate party is the 22nd. Now, my man Doug, who's in the chat, he's got one golden ticket that he has available for sale. You can DM Doug. You guys work out the details. But you're hanging with Doug. You're hanging with his son, and you're hanging with Frankie. Let's just talk about Frankie. I mean, we might be KGB. I seen a man just get a trough of beers to the table. He bought thousands of dollars worth of Dallas Cowboy memorabilia and paraphernalia in his hotel room, filled up from floor to ceiling. So you're going to be rolling with some heavy hitters. So if you want an opportunity to get a ticket at the fair value, I'll let Doug tell you the value, whatever it is, a fair price, one ticket. You got a ticket to the Cowboys Cave tailgate party. You're going to be hanging with your boys. You're going to have a great time watching Dallas whoop some ass. Yeah, he does. He does. I don't want to put him on the spot, but he bought a round of beers for everybody. But I love Frankie. Looking forward to it. So any of you guys that are interested, you can message me if you don't have Doug's info on Twitter, and I'll get you guys linked up. But it's
Cal, the seat's right in Jared's lap. That's where it is. No, you know what? We're going to be partying all day and partying all night, because after the Cowboys take care of their business, my Falcons are going to take care of business Sunday Night Football against the Chiefs.
Yeah, and Doug is in the chat. If he wants to negotiate, he can negotiate in the chat. I see a lot of people asking. You guys can work it out. I want to see his salesman skills, see what he's got, close the deal, get someone coming. But Doug asked me about it today, and I'm like, why don't we just talk about it on the show? Because nothing would be better to be able to provide an opportunity for the fan that wants to go. He's riding solo, want to come down here and hang. And I tell you, we've had a lot of people that ride out solo, and they have a great time. It's family, the Cowboys Nation, even Falcon Nation. We might even have the Bang Bang Niner gang represent.
He's locked in.
Family affair.
Camo Piper's locked and loaded, man. We're on the same plane flight down. So
no backing down. Now I can't speak to him getting out alive if he's wearing a 49ers jersey, but we're gonna have a hell of a time. It's gonna be a lot of fun. So
okay,
maybe we need to riot.
Civil unrest. That might work. Hey, wait a minute. Ultra. Come on. It's Uncle Cheech. You got to show the respect. Uncle Cheech.
Uncle Cheech, yes. And I talked to Uncle Cheech, and he's ready to go. He might. I mean, he might. He might. Maybe he might need to. Hey, if this doesn't work out, Doug, maybe I need to get Uncle Cheech that ticket. You hang tight. If no one buys that ticket tonight, you let me know. And maybe old Uncle Cheech. Maybe we have to bring Uncle Cheech out.
Can you imagine? Jeez, man.
The only problem is the Canes are playing that weekend, and I'm missing that game. They're playing USF up here, but I can check it.
So it's a home game for you, not for the Canes, but for you. It's right in your backyard.
No, it was perfect, and my daughter's actually cheering there, so I'm in the doghouse a little bit. So I'm in the doghouse because she's cheering there.
Yeah.
Doing the pregame with the USF Bulls, and then the halftime. But she's going to be on enemy territory, so that's where the dilemma lies. Like, what do you do if your kid's on the team that your favorite team's on the other team? Who do you root for?
Well, you know what? Michael Corleone said to Fredo, "You never take sides against the family." Hey, what? I mean, why do you think I'm missing the Falcons Cowboys in Atlanta?
I know. Yeah. So it's gonna be good, but I don't understand the contract drama. Parsons is fine next year. Dak is satisfied. So it's really, to me, you're focused on CeeDee Lamb. Let's move past it. Get the guys signed. Get them in camp. Maybe they're going to wait till they come back to Dallas. I mean, they're playing in Dallas this weekend. So maybe maybe they get that going. But I
don't understand. Again, it's unnecessary drama. You guys should have locked this up months ago. And with Jarrett saying crazy things in public, like you said, it's playing out in the media. On X or Twitter, whatever it's called. I mean, it's stupid. I don't understand why that needs to play out. Right? At least when back in the day, old school Yankees, Steinbrenner. I mean, he said crazy things in public, but he knew what to say and when to say it. Jerry's saying some things that aren't making sense to me.
Well, I mean, he's getting up there, but Jerry's going to do what Jerry wants to do, and that's his prerogative. But like he said. You look at what the Cowboys are doing, and then you look at some of these teams making moves. Stephon Gilmore finds a new home in Minnesota. Yes. Justin Simmons, obviously we talked about that at the beginning of the show. He finds a new home as a free agent signing with the Falcons to improve that defense. You got your pass rusher trade from the Patriots. I mean that was what did you guys give up for him? Anything?
A third-round pick next in 2026, so not much. Yeah, and like I said, Lidstrom, one of our offensive linemen, he took a pay cut to get Simmons in. So I mean, obviously they probably deferred some of the money. I'm sure he didn't give up money, but whole point is just to get Simmons in. He took some, pay cut for this season, and I love it, man. I love that attitude we have.
Yeah. Well, you guys better. I see people working with Doug. Uncle Cheech is going to be on the show. If I don't see that ticket sold, I'm going to throw it out to Uncle Cheech. He's a Canes alum. He's a Canes donor. He's a high roller with the Canes. I don't know if he's allowed to miss a game, but I'll throw it out to him and say, hey, yeah, we got room in the Learjet. We got one. If not, it'll be the co-pilot. It'll be the co-pilot. We'll throw him in the front, and he can get his ass there. I mean, I'm shy. I put a lot of faith in Uncle Cheech getting me there safe and sound. I got no worries about it.
No, Uncle Cheech. Yeah, you know what? If you're around him, everything is safe and secure and everything's good to go. I'd feel good about that too.
Yeah. No, absolutely. I don't sit in his suite, but I sit close. I mean, that's what happens when you're rolling with Tag, you're rolling in the Cowboys Cave. We roll deep, and we're very, we're at the what do you call that, Jimmy?
Penthouse. Up in a penthouse.
Penthouse. No, we're hanging. We got good seats. We're gonna have some fun. K9's hanging out with me. He's gonna be my partner in crime at the game with the Raven. But Jimmy's gonna. I mean, it's gonna be a lot of fun.
It's gonna be great, man.
But when you see these teams making moves, does it aggravate you? But the Cowboys are starting to make some moves. Like I said, they've made some moves, and I would throw this out to the Cowboys because there was a lot of, oh man, we let all these guys go. We didn't sign anybody. So think about the defensive line that is gone, right? Think of the guys that Dorrance Armstrong that's gone, Fowler's gone, Hankins is gone. So the thing I would say is if you got Carl Lawson and you get Phillips and you got my man from the U Muhammad and you drafted Nealon, are you taking that? Or are you still pissed about, or would you rather have what left? I mean, me personally, I'd rather have some fresh blood in here. I'd rather have some new faces, some guys who are hungry. The other side didn't get it done. So I'm actually think our defensive line, now losing Sam Williams hurts, right? But I think our defensive line is better than it was last season. I think we got better. How about that?
Well, first of all, I'll tell you, so great show, you and Greg the other night. I watched, up to halftime when you guys played Vegas. It was a good watch along. And I'll tell you, your defense, you guys, Vegas kept their starters in almost to halftime. Yes. And your defense played great against them.
I'm telling you what, our defense, and I don't know if you guys saw this, noticed it, they seem more physical. They're attacking. The linebackers, you see the presence that they have. I mean, they did play Overshown. I mean, obviously he was, but is it Lil Fowl? I'm always going to mess his name up. My man with the hair, he was all over the place. I mean, the linebackers, was it Willie Hart? I'm going to get all these guys. The other linebackers, I mean, whoever was in there was flying around. The safeties were flying around. You got a pick six. We were getting pressured. Yeah, we didn't get a lot of sacks, but you didn't have Parsons in there. I mean, Parsons is going to change a lot of things. You didn't have Tank in there. You didn't have a lot of the guys, but it looks like that just the looking at the team, the philosophy of the defense, they just seem more physical. Maybe they won't be get bullied anymore. Maybe they will be the bullies. So I'm excited. I took a lot away from the defense and the physicality that they're playing with. And I think that is infectious, and I think it'll translate into the offense. I mean, you really don't have any of your offensive starters playing, but I think when time comes, I think it's definitely going to happen. Definitely going to happen.
Well, he's talking about Zimmer having 2 all-pros run his scheme, get ready. That's what Olds is saying. I did want to say too. I know I was when I was listening to the podcast with you and Greg, I was on X. I saw Bugsy, I saw Kelly ripping on Trey Lance, but after that first or second drive, he started looking good. And I know that McCarthy said, hey, he took a step up. Was he past Cooper Rush as QB2?
Me personally, I'm taking Trey Lance as the backup, and that's even before this game. And the reason I say that is I think Cooper Rush is going to be a spot guy, get you a couple games when teams figure him out. Look, watch his numbers. Like when he came in when Dak was hurt, the numbers declined. The defense had to play at like an unbelievable level. He was just a manager. So his ceiling is kind of where it's at. I think Trey Lance has a higher ceiling. And you saw him get more comfortable. He's got his legs. And, I mean, he was making plays with his legs. The accuracy still not there. But, again, he's throwing to 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th receivers. So you don't really know, is it the receiver, is it him, whatever it is. But he definitely looked more comfortable. He had a couple nice drives. So I would pull for him to be number 2 only because a couple things. Number 1, I think his ceiling's higher. Number 2 is if Dak, let's say something happens and Dak does go away. I mean, Trey Lance is still only like 24 years old. I know a lot of people want to throw him as a trash can, but he still has some skills and he's still young. He just doesn't have games. He doesn't have that experience yet. I mean, he's just been hurt, and they had the COVID years in football. So what's up, Curtis? And that's why I'm taking Trey Lance. I mean, is he better than Rush today? Right now, maybe not. No. But I think his ceiling's a hell of a lot higher than Cooper Rush. Call me crazy, but I think it is.
No, I mean, look, like you said, he hasn't played. He hasn't really had a chance to prove himself, and it doesn't matter. Like I said, like you said, he's 24, he's young, and like I said, worst case scenario, because however this plays out, management's playing games. You ain't got Dak Prescott next year. You're going to need somebody. I think Trey Lance is that man.
Yeah, no, I'd take him. And the other thing I'd be taking right now, and I, we kind of put this out in the header. And I don't know. I mean, I was taking, so I'm doing better. I'm taking notes. See what I do, Jimmy? I take notes. Getting older, I can't remember things. So I was like, looking at this line, and I mean, in 2 years, they've kind of redid this whole line. I mean, if you really think of it, they've got 3 guys that potentially will be the starters, right? 2 for sure. I think BB, if he's not in there, eventually he's going to get in there. Guyton's 22. Tyler Smith is 23 years old. BB's 23 years old. Steele is 27 years old. Zach Martin he's a veteran of the crew at 33. He's only got a couple years left. But when he goes, Hoffman's 25. Bass is 25. Richards is 23. You got a young nucleus offensive line. Potentially, you've got 2 Pro Bowlers and could be all pros between Guyton and Tyler Smith. Tyler Smith can go down as one of the great ones if his career. I mean, still very early on, so I know. But he's been an All-Pro and a Pro Bowler in 2 years, so he's definitely got it. So I think this offensive line has an opportunity to really be something special. What's going on in the chat, Jimmy?
No, there's all sorts of things. First, they got
a lot of shenanigans. I'm trying to talk serious football here, and they're making a mockery, making fun of everybody.
Right now, the hot too. She actually threw the first pitch out of the Mets game last week. Everybody was laughing.
She's a jinx.
Kareem Abui, he's eating corn long way. Nate Thomas as well. So
he must have that salad today, because I tell you, a salad will get you at lunchtime. I mean, never have a salad again. Never had a salad again. So, yeah. So it looks like Doug. Does Doug have this ticket sold to SoCal? He's coming through. Now SoCal, the only thing I'm worried about, my man SoCal, is I don't want him going there hoping the Cowboys lose, because we have a bet. You better be. He needs to be rooting for them Cowboys. I don't want him coming in there bringing any bad voodoo on the team. They're trying to win $100.
You guys got action on that game against?
We got action. Not on the game. We got action. We got a little bet over under. I took the Vegas odds were 9.5. So I said the Cowboys would win more than 9.5. He said less.
Oh,
so
okay.
we got a bet, but I don't know if he's coming in there to do the voodoo magic on us. So if we lose, I'm holding SoCal 100% responsible.
Personally responsible. Okay. Curtis want to know who's the oldest Dallas Cowboy quarterback to start a game. I got to do some trivia, and that's okay.
And would that be oldest one? Vinny Testaverde? Could it be Vinny?
I forgot that Vinny was on Dallas.
Vinny was on Dallas. He was an ageless wonder. I mean, could that be Vinny? I'm going off the top of my head. I want to say you had Meredith. Some of the guys way back then, you had Meredith, but I don't think he was that old then, because he retired young. Danny White. I don't know. I don't know if he was really that old. Vinny Testaverde's the one I'm thinking. Joe Biden could be one.
Joe Biden. No. I think he played a couple games. Hey, no, Bijan, I got news for you, man. With the offense we have, first of all, I mean, in reps, because they're not playing preseason. Cousins of London looks great. Pitts is playing great. We got Bijan. Algier spells Bijan. Bro, that's the right pick for RB1. I know there's some stupidity, shenanigans for a few games last year. There ain't going to be repeat of that this year. Don't worry about that.
No. And so is he worked, because we got our Cowboys Cave Fantasy Football League. We got the guys are set. Those you guys should know. You should have got an invite. The ones, you guys should know that you're there. Hopefully you're going to be able to make it. If anyone who's on that, who made it, is said they can't, better, hey, what's up? See back, better let me know, so we do have alternates that can come in. But we're gonna get in the draft set. But Bijan, a lot of people are saying the number 2 running back taken in fantasy football. Do we believe? Because I took him last year. I took him in the first round. Do we believe in Bijan?
Yes. Yeah. Again, whatever happened last year, I don't know who had what evidence on who. When those 3 or 4 games where he really wasn't playing, but when he was playing great. Again, we have a real quarterback this year, so they're not going to have to focus on the run. The opposing defenses are going to be focused on the run game, so we'll be good to go. Bijan, smart pick.
Yeah. Now, well, we're going to see. And are you in the league? You're in the league, Jimmy, aren't you?
I'm in the league. Yeah. New York Falcons.
All right, yeah, you're in there. Frankie, we got the dilemma with Frank. Mikey, the ticket is sold. So I get to meet my man SoCal. That's what I love to do. Now we meet another fan of the cave.
I can't wait to meet SoCal.
I'm liking it. I mean, we're gonna have this is gonna be a blast. We are gonna have a great time.
Ultra, you just shut up.
Ultra. Oh wait, everyone has insiders. I didn't say the Cowboys Cave has insiders as well. We've got who's that, Jimmy?
That's a Kareem Wheat, NFL Insider. Dean Wormer, NFL Insider, said the Falcons will win the NFC South.
No, you got to believe that.
Dean Wormer.
What do you think the Buccaneers' chances are to win?
The Buccaneers?
Yeah.
What are you bringing up that minor league for down at Tampa?
I thought you were going to do 0.
Bunch of losers. What's that?
I thought you were going to do 0.0.
You know what? That would have been even better. With Dean Wormer, that would have been even better.
I know. That's what I was thinking with Dean Wormer. But fantasy football is going to be a lot of fun. So hopefully the guys that are in there, and then we'll do another round next year. But my man Cuts, he makes the trophy. Oh, but I was saying Frankie lives in Germany, and he's like, hey, man, he goes, is there any way you could change the time a little bit? He goes, 9 o'clock, because I think I did it at 8 or 9. He goes, that's like 3 in the morning, my time. So I don't know. I don't know what we could do. He said he'll figure it out, but we'll maybe send a message out to the group that's in the fantasy to see if there's a better time for them. So
you got to stay all night and stay a little longer for that draft.
You got to do what you got to do.
That's
right.
You
got to do what you got to do. So
and don't do an auto draft either.
No auto draft. That ruins everything. It screws everything up. It just ruins the whole league.
When is the draft? What, the 3rd? Is that right? A Tuesday night, I think?
I think the Tuesday night. I think we did it. The game's on Thursday. We did it Tuesday. That way, stretch it out for any injuries. We don't want any. We don't want any of that. But going back to the line, I just want to ask the guys in the chat. I mean, am I crazy? Are you guys feeling this line has just changed within 2 years and just got younger? And the depth is there. The talent, I mean, the way, and again, it's preseason, so I get it, but the physicality that I was seeing too on that line and running the football. I mean, Deuce, you say what you want, man. Deuce was running the ball pretty well. I mean, Freeman ran the ball well. I mean, all the running backs that were in there, and that's what you wanted to kind of see. It doesn't matter if they're going to go running back by committee or, what they're going to do, but you want to make sure that they're pushing that, they're pushing the line of scrimmage. They're owning that line of scrimmage. And if they get 4 or 5, more yards, that's great. Younger and meaner, man. That's what I love. And I think they did. And the wild card is Steele. If Steele can go back, it just be good. He doesn't have to be an all-pro. Doesn't have to be Pro Bowl. He just has to be good.
And it is, to your point, running back by committee, that's what it is nowadays. You don't have every team who's worth a shit has 2 running backs, right? It ain't like the old days, man. Like you said, running backs, dime a dozen anymore. It isn't like, when Emmitt Smith was holding out. That was a problem back in the day, right?
Oh, absolutely.
It doesn't work like that anymore. So I think you guys will be all right.
All right, Jimmy, take control because I just got a text from Uncle Cheech is having a little bit of trouble.
That's how you take control of him.
And I'm gonna have to do something. I gotta
go ahead. Do what you gotta do. So, okay.
All right, I'll be right back.
So okay, guys. So getting back to what we're talking about. I gotta adjust here a little bit. So Falcons, right? I know you guys are saying, why the hell are you talking about the Falcons? This is the Cowboys Cave. So people were pissed because there was some action on that game. It's a preseason game. We sat, like I said, 37 of our guys. We could have went for a field goal at the end to win it. We lost by a point. And people were pissed. Why didn't we win? Even Falcons fans on social media going crazy. Why didn't we kick a field goal? Why didn't we win? Who cares? We don't care about winning preseason football games. The last time the Falcons went to the Super Bowl, we were 0-4 that preseason. It ain't about wins and losses in preseason. It's about seeing who's going to be making the roster, who's going to be, that second man, next man up, who's hungry, who wants to make the roster. Stephen Mack, what's up, baby? Mike's, there you go.
There we go. Well, I said it to him again. Uncle Cheech is a little rusty here.
Well, no, we were just talking about, people were pissed on social media, Falcons fans, that we didn't go for a field goal to win a preseason game. Well, I'm like, who cares about winning?
Well, I was down at the Hard Rock and the Cowboys line was 6.5. They were getting 6.5, and I'm like, man, maybe I should just bet that for the hell of it. Man, I wish I would have. But I tell you this. Talking about, preseason and gambling. Did I tell you the story of me in Vegas me at the Hard Rock?
No.
Okay.
Not yet.
All right. Went to the Hard Rock. This is a true story. And for any of you guys, I can't remember if I said it on the show during the preseason game that I did with Greg. At the Hard Rock, I go up. All of us went there, lost all our money quickly. It was gone. Didn't listen. And then I did what Uncle Cheech tells us not to do. Chase your losses. I had to chase my losses. So I had like $150 left. A drunk guy and another drunk guy and a girl come up to the table. We're playing roulette and we're talking. And he goes, hey baby, he goes, pull up your dress. And I was like, wait, what's going on here? Married man, what are we doing? So she pulls her dress up and she had 11 tattooed on her leg. And he goes, you play 11 right now. And I said, well, I like 11 because that's Parsons. I had my Cowboy stuff on. But all I had was $25 chips, and I wasn't going to put $25 on 11. I'm trying to stretch my, the value, the value of my dollar. So I put it on first and 12, the first 12, and it hit. 11 hit. I would have won $840. And I played 11. So now the guy's giving me shit in a good way. He's like, man, I can't believe. I said, I'm not going to sleep at night. So at the end, I had $100 left. I get up in the morning, and I say, you know what? I'm either going to win $200 or, I'm going to go home with $200, not win. I'm going to go home with $200 or I'm going to go home with nothing. So they had the little digital machines because it was real early in the morning. So I just went ahead and I put 100 on black. Bam, hit it. $200. I said, you know what? I think I might be able to get to 300. I'm going to bet a little bit more and try and get to that. I lost. So now I'm down to like 155, 160 bucks. So I'm like, all right, here's what I'm going to do. 8, 22, and 33 are my numbers. If you guys know the Cowboys, you know why I picked those numbers. So I picked those numbers, $5 each, and then I put $10 times 4, so it's $40 on black. And then my nephew plays baseball. His number is 24. So I went, oh, I'm just going to bet him real quick because my brother plays it. And I did $10, not $5, because it didn't switch. So now I'm pissed off because I lost $10, instead of the 5. Freaking 24 hits. I won $535. I'm now $35 ahead. And I walk out, cashed it up, and I went on my merry way. I had a great night, great time. And I just couldn't believe it, man. But I did what Uncle Cheech said. Don't chase your losses. And I chased my losses, and it worked out. I got my money back. So
well, his 2 cardinals, right? He says, don't chase your losses, and don't be betting while you're drinking.
No, I wasn't drinking. I got offered a few drinks, here and there. But and I said, I'm not going to drink because I wanted to keep a clear head, and see what happens. I see Uncle Cheech is logged in, but I don't see him. Hey. I don't see him on there. Do you have Uncle Cheech's number?
Nothing. Yes, I do. I'm going to give him a buzz.
Yeah, give him a call and see if he can talk.
Hold on a minute.
All right. Talk. But Jimmy's going to handle that. But that's what happened in Vegas, and that's how your boy was working it and hopefully getting a little bit of money. Everyone else lost, but it was a good time, man. It was a good time, and see what happens. So what we got? Chris in the chat, Steven, 24. My brothers hit that a bunch, but I tell you what, I hit 22. I hit 22 a lot, so I can't complain. But going back to the Cowboys, because that's what I know and love, is how are you feeling now? And I talked about this on the last show that Greg and I did, for the preseason game. Are you guys feeling better about the Cowboys? Are you feeling still like you did at the end of last season, going in the off season, the all in? They didn't sign a lot of people because call me crazy, call me that it's getting close to season and I got to get hype. I got to get this thing rolling. I'm feeling better about this team than I did just that short time ago. So and CD's going to get signed. So I'm not gonna get all crazy about the CD Lamb signing because it's going to happen. It's one of those things. But I know cuts, but it's going to happen. And I think the defense and O-line, like Steven said, I think our offensive line and defensive line are improved. And I think the game is won on the trenches. And I think they got better on both sides of the ball in the trenches. I think the receivers are going to be as good. I don't think there's a drop off there. Maybe they get a little bit better. The running game is still, my uncertainties there. But I think if our running backs, I think if our offensive line is and some people are talking about running backs, so I get it. But I think if our offensive line can be what we think, then maybe our running backs are going to be good enough. But I mean, who would have ever thought that our linebackers are going to be a strength of the team? The linebackers are a strength of the team. Who would have thought that was going to happen? Who would have thought our secondary? You guys think about the secondary years ago. It was so bad. Now that's depth. I mean, look how deep we are at safety. I mean, there's going to be some safeties that are going to get cut from this team. Jimmy, your Falcons signed one. You probably would have grabbed one of ours if you didn't. There's going to be some good safeties that aren't going to make this team. It's crazy, but I think this team is. I think it's Liafau or Luafau. I'm going to mess it up, but I like him a lot. That linebacker. I like that guy. Did any luck with Uncle Cheech? Because I see him.
No, I tried. I mean, I finally got his phone number. I was finally honored enough to get his phone number. I hope everything's okay. Hopefully, there isn't, certain members of the government at his house right now. But
something's going on because he is not. They need to connect their microphone. That's his problem. Uncle Cheech, if you can hear us, you need to allow your microphone and your camera. That is what's holding you back. You need to allow mic and camera on. We'll see if that works. If not, Uncle Cheech is a no-show, and that'll be very disappointing. It'll be very disappointing. The other thing too, why we're just on it, you see the little thing on the bottom, man. Feed your fandom. You got that little QR code for the Autograph app. We are now partnered with them. Mm-hmm. It's a phenomenal app. Those who I know downloaded it. It's free. It keeps you keep up with all your NFL, college, baseball, all your teams. It's basically all the news rolled into one. They send out alerts. The latest thing that's happening, scores. If you're trying to buy tickets, there's a ticket option in there, but you can win tickets through them. So, guys, do your boy a solid on there, and definitely, Steven, appreciate it. Is you guys go on there. You can do the QR code, or you can just go to Autograph, and you'll see that it's an A, like a yellow and black number. Just type in Mike Tag as the reference code. That way your boy gets recognized. We're going to be putting some content on there. So our stuff's going to be on there as well. So it's going to be a lot of fun. And then any of my peeps in the Tampa Bay or Florida, Southeast area, your boy's going to do it. We did it last year. Had a great time. We're going to do another live event at Henderson's in Tampa. That's the home of the Cowboys Nation, Tampa Bay chapter. And we're going to have a lot of fun with that. So definitely, if you can't make it, you can tune in the morning. It's going to be week 2 against the Saints. We're going to be live out there. Probably get a couple guests to hopefully call in, maybe some players, and have a good time with it. So we'll see what happens.
And I'll tell you, the Autograph app, I'm not chilling. I'm just saying it's a hell of an app. Like you said, it's everything you want in one for all your teams, all your leagues, or whatever you're looking for. Yeah. Right.
Don't have to go to YouTube and Twitter and NFL.com. It's all, they pull all the feeds of the latest things, and it's all right in there. So
you don't even have to go to
definitely check it out.
You don't even have to go to RedTube. Everything you want is an Autograph.
No, everything. You don't have to do that. You get whatever you need. You get whatever you need. The most important thing is reference Mike Tag. Otherwise, I don't get the acknowledgement and the prestige and all the other stuff that goes with it. We're trying to build something here. So that's the way to help us. And it don't cost you nothing because it's free. Subscribe's free. Thumbs up. Hitting that like button's free. Going to the Autograph and downloading the Autograph app. You're getting stuff in return. We bring back value. Value is what we bring back. So anyway, The ticket is sold. The ticket looks like it's sold. So Uncle Cheech is out. It looks like just sent it. So Doug this is history in the making on the Cowboys Cave. We are what do they call that, Jimmy?
We're now a ticket exchange. We're
ticket exchange. We're doing commerce. We got commerce going on, and that's what I'm looking for.
Right. Commerce is occurring in the Cowboys Cave. Who would have thought it? And
this is what we're doing.
And guess what? When across state line, that's a man act. Hey, I know what I want to ask. So
it's
I
fun.
did.
And hey, if you guys, I offered, and I love it. I know you're joking, Chuck. I offered two tickets for the Cowboys Cave my seats, all we had to do was get to 5,000 subscribers. Now I got 20,000 people on Twitter, got 7,000 plus on all this. I mean, we got between Kelly, we've got like 70,000 followers. I said, all you got to do is get to 5,000 subscribers on YouTube. I have 2 tickets. I still have a couple tickets left. I'm debating on going or not. And I stand by what I said. I will give 2 club seats away has to be someone in the Cowboys Cave. It'd be a drawing, and you'd have to be present to win. It ain't no bullshit. You're going to get this stuff.
Right.
And I'll give you the tickets. I'll give you the tickets the weekend of the game because I don't want you selling them, being that kind of fan. I'm only allowed to sell my tickets. You're not. But, we just got to get there. And if we got there and I have them, I would be happy to do it. But you guys stutter step and drop the ball.
That's right. They stutter step, drop the ball. Don't make that mistake again.
Yeah, and Cuts is, if we're doing commerce and Cuts is, he's doing all the money exchange. He's the middleman of the group. What does that make him? What does that make him?
I don't know, but I don't.
He's not a bookie, but what is he doing there? Is that illegal? What he's doing? Are we okay?
No, you know what? Don't you remember? Don't you remember Trading Places? Sounds like you a couple bookies. I told you get it, Mortimer.
That's what it's like. But no, it's awesome. And this is what's cool. Carl, I don't know where Carl's at, but I sent Carl. I've got it here. It's going out tomorrow. I'm going to put it backwards, so no address. So I don't want anyone attacking Carl. But I sent him. I had an extra pin from the draft in Philadelphia, and I'm not an Eagle fan. And I have this pin. God. I still have one more. And I didn't think any Cowboy fan would want it, but it's the draft pin when we drafted Taco Charlton. So maybe Falcon is on here. Maybe he wants it in honor of that. I was gonna throw it away, but I do have that. If there's another Philly fan, I'll send it out to them because I appreciate the Philly fans.
Cuts for K. Whatever gets views, let him come on board, right?
There you go. Yeah. Is Cuts? Are you charging any kind of interest? What kind of interest?
Cuts for cash.
Maybe you don't want interest. Maybe you want shoe shine. Maybe you want
some errands,
laundry.
You want his dessert for 15 years.
Oh man, no,
that's what that's really exciting though, man. We're making the economy move here in the Cowboys Cave. I love it, and I think the Cut should be getting a cut of the action.
He should be getting a cut of the action. Let's see if we can do this right quick. Maybe we'll call Uncle Cheech. Should we call him and yell at him for not being prepared?
Hey,
do we fire him on the spot?
I don't know. I don't know if we can fire him. We might be in trouble if you do that. I'd sleep with one eye open. Yeah, he wants some Miller Lite so cold to freeze a hand off an Eskimo. It is going to be fun. I'm so happy, SoCal, that you're coming. I see him all over social media.
Do you hear Uncle Cheech on there or no?
No.
Uncle Cheech, do you hear us? No, see, that ain't even working. That
was the thing when I tried to give him a call, and
he must be having trouble. Yeah, he must be having trouble. Nothing's working with Uncle Cheech. This is what happens. He get I just don't. Maybe he's had too much. Maybe he's been kicking back on Grandpa's old cough medicine. Maybe. But we tried. We tried to get Uncle Cheech, and it didn't work out. But we'll see if we can get him on. Maybe Wednesday. If not, he'll be back next Monday. We'll have to work out his technical difficulties because I see him there. But
yeah, he's there, but he's they need to connect their mic and cam before.
Wait, is that Uncle Cheech there? Wait, he just go. Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let's see.
Tell him to put more quarters in the payphone.
Uncle Cheech, you there? Oh, it rang.
SoCal's gonna be in the Dat section.
Wait, are you there, Uncle Cheech? Is that no? Then he hung up. I don't know. We'll have to give up on Uncle Cheech. Poor Uncle Cheech, we knew him well.
Those are the ones where they got the growing up from out of there.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. So what else we got going on in the chat? What's going on with Jimmy? What do we got? What do we need to talk about? What else?
Well, let's talk about this kickoff rule. Now that we're 2-3 preseason weeks into it, what do you guys think? I think it's stupid. I think it's like when we were kids. Oh, gonna get the ball. That's what it's like. I'm not digging it. I'm not feeling it. I don't know what you guys think, but I don't like it. Me personally.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, wait.
Oh, there we go.
I thought I just saw something. Could it be a little yelling at Uncle Cheech? Let's see.
It looks like him.
Do we have him?
It's an imposter.
Maybe it's an imposter. Do we have an imposter here? What's going on? Uncle Cheech, you didn't come prepared. You didn't come ready. You're all messed up. Looks like you're in your crib. I don't know what the hell's going on with you, Uncle Cheech. Where'd he go? Oh, we gotta remove him.
There we go. We'll wait till he gets himself.
What's going on? He's not set.
He's gonna get everything straight.
Hey. All right, there we got Uncle Cheech. She's back. What are you doing, Cheech?
What's up? I got a new phone. It ain't working too hot.
Oh my God!
I can tell.
Wait, did you drop it during your bubble bath? That's what people are wondering. What's going on with your phone?
What's that?
Did you drop your phone when you were taking a bubble bath? That's what
I got a new phone. Got a new phone today. Every time I call somebody, they hang up.
Is it one of those rotary phones?
It sounds like one. Where you parts unknown. No, it's good there. Don't change it. You were fine. Don't change it. Don't change it. Leave it alone. We don't want to lose it. So, Uncle Cheech, you're back in the cave. Everybody's been missing you. What have you been doing? Have you been? You've been down to the Hard Rock? I know you're down in Miami. The Canes are a lot of hype with them. What's Uncle Cheech up to?
I've been to the Hard Rock a lot. Went to a couple MMA bouts, bare knuckles. Gambled a little bit. Haven't
now
been
you
too much because Manila Base has been on a crash diet. She's down to 250 now, looking right.
Oh, that's right where you need to be, right there. I like that. Hey, you said there's a new bare knuckle fights where it's like a triangle. So now you can't run and hide. There's no place to duck. You got to go in there and fight or get laid out.
Yeah, it's in a little triangular shaped ring. They can't run away.
Man.
Watch it the other night. Very interesting.
He's way into this stuff, Jimmy.
Uncle Cheech, do you have any action on that, Uncle Cheech?
No, I don't bet on that stuff.
No.
Yeah, no way.
So
anyway, it's good to be back. Ready for the season to start. Mike called me last month and said, "Hey, watch this movie, 2 for the Money." Is that what it was called?
Yes. Did you like that movie? Did you ever see that, Jimmy?
No.
You got to watch that. Now, you guys, as young as you are, this went on about 40 years ago. Every Saturday morning, Sunday morning, these so-called handicappers are more like carnival pitchmen. They used to get on there and say, "I picked 3 parlays and I got 5 winners last week. I got 10 in a row this week. Just call this number." And the stupid people they call, and you're paying somebody to tell you how to lose your money. We're only on there for like a year or so, and I haven't seen it again. But
no, but Jimmy, it's Al Pacino and the guy from Texas, the actor. God dang it,
Matthew McConaughey.
Oh,
all right. Well, you have made Al Pacino.
You got to watch it. Good movie. I never even heard of it. I was up late one night and it just kind of came on, and I got stuck watching it because it was all about. Remember all the experts. I got the hot tip for you. That's what. You did that, Uncle Cheech. Were you doing that? Or
no, I wasn't doing that.
You didn't want to do any of that?
They gave business a bad name, but the suckers that called back then, you didn't have legal sports betting like you do now.
Yeah.
But they called their bookies, and a lot of them people got themselves in a real jam.
Yeah, lost their house, lost everything.
Dudes. They know about as much as my postman about handicapping football games. Call you up, tell you play 3-4 parlays. Oh, it's like these gambling sites today. I'm not going to mention any names. They encourage you to play parlays, over-unders. This guy's going to pass for 300 yards, or he's not going to pass for 300 yards. Who's going to rush for 100? how many first downs the team is going to make. I saw stuff for nickel and dimers.
Yeah.
If you're a serious gambler, you follow my formula and you will make money at the end of the year. I was on the receiving end. I'm not in here to make any money now. I'm in here to make you money. You money. I'm retired. I don't care. I got plenty of my own money.
Plenty of money. Well, what do you think? Kareem Wheat, loyal, he's been on here a bunch off and on. He said, he goes, I don't know if you know who runs the casinos, but I assure you it's not the Boy Scouts.
You got a point there.
There we go. Parlay. So Chuck says parlays don't make money in the long run.
They don't make money.
No.
I wish everybody, when I was doing it, I wish everybody played parlays. 2 parlays, 3-game parlays. At the end of the year, I got your money. You got empty pockets.
Well, here's what we're going to do. Because Uncle Cheech is going to go through some of his things, but I just want to let you guys know Uncle Cheech is absolutely, last year he was on fire with his lock of the week. So I said, you know what? It's time to put the money where the mouth is with Uncle Cheech. So the Cowboys Cave is going to start with $100, and we're going to bet that $100, and we're going to reinvest $100 every week. And at the end of the season, when that pot is settled, we are gonna. All you guys do is say, "Hey, you want in throughout the season?" We're gonna pick one person each week, and then after that, we're gonna draw a name out of that 17-week season, and whoever that person is gonna get half the winnings. So if Uncle Cheech wins and the Cowboys Cave wins, someone is gonna win half of the pot. We're gonna start with 100. Uncle Cheech better not lose, because if we lose 100, then it's over. We got nothing. So we got to keep going each week. We're going to just do $100. So every week we're going to do 100. I'm going to do it through the Hard Rock Sports Bet app. That way it's all legit, and I can snapshot it, we'll show it to you. They're not paying me as a sponsor. I shouldn't say their name, but I will. But that's what we're going to do. So it's going to be a lot of fun with Uncle Cheech. He's going to be on a bunch. You're going to see him obviously Mondays. He may pop in on Wednesdays. He may be on a Sunday morning show, to a little last-minute tip. But Uncle Cheech, the floor is yours. We got so many new subscribers. Some people are like, hey, who is this Uncle Cheech?
I know
the background and tell
you got
tell
thousands of new subscribers since the last time I went on there. Thousands.
Absolutely.
So the information I'm offering, this is for serious bettors now. People that want to make money, not nickel and dimers that are going to play all these parlays and all this other crap. You listen to me, I was 75% of my locks last year. I'm picking what I'm going to do. I pick 4 teams, one of which will be the lock of the week, one will be the upset of the week. With all 4 teams, I was in the 52, 53% neighborhood, but with the locks, 75%. That says it all right there. Rule number 1, stay disciplined. Never bet more than you can afford to lose. Bet 1 team per week. 1 team. If you lose, forget about it. Go to the next week. If you lose, forget about it. Go to the next week. There's going to be like 25 games, including the playoffs. You got college with a 12-team playoff now. Main thing, too, never try to recoup your losses. You lose, forget about it, and don't drink and gamble, because you're going to take chances you normally wouldn't take. You're going to try to get your money back, and you're going to end up worse off than you were before. You follow it nice. This is a marathon, not a sprint. And be patient. By the end of the year, I guarantee you'll be ahead of the game.
Yeah, and I tell you, I know Uncle Cheech, you're down at the Hard Rock a lot. I was there Wednesday. It was 5-time point. You got for your points, so I was able to accumulate some points. I moved up to legendary status. You know what I'm talking about. I'm almost to the level of an icon or an X. But I had the opportunity. There's a well-known roulette player there, known throughout the land. I've watched it. When they walk in, it is just like silence. And then the people, they get out of their seats and say, hey, I just want to watch the man work. And I saw him lay down some heavy cash. And that heavy cash was gone pretty quick. But he looked back and I said, hey, man, I said, you still going to go? He goes, no. I said, I know Uncle Cheech personally. I've talked to him. He always says, you never chase your losses. You don't drink and gamble. I call it a night. I will be back tomorrow, and I'm going to try and get my money back and play the next day. So, I mean, you have legends at the Hard Rock who know Uncle Cheech. Follow that practice. Very important. So, definitely you guys need to understand that. It's all fun, but some people, I've seen people lose their houses. I've seen people lose their families.
You get in that position, you call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Yeah.
At the beginning, for all you fine folks who weren't here last season, at the beginning of last season, me and I had empty pockets. By the end of the season, thanks to Uncle Cheech, I was paying the mortgage. I was taking my wife out to eat at fine restaurants with bottles of champagne. So you listen to Uncle Cheech, you're going to do just fine. You have plenty of money for Christmas and all that other good stuff.
And I got to ask you, Uncle Cheech, because, I mean, people don't know you're obviously alum in Miami, season ticket holder since God knows when. I know that you're a heavy donor to the program, very influential. They talk about these NIL guys, these Miami players coming in. I'm not trying to do no Ponzi scheme like the other guy and try to get anyone in trouble, but I mean, Cheech is a heavy hitter there. How you feeling about the Canes? Because I got my man Ultra saying the Gators are going to beat them week 1. I mean, I know you don't bet on your team, but I mean, what's your outlook of the Hurricanes going on to this season?
Well, we better see some winning this year's with the players he's been bringing in.
Yeah.
I'll be disappointed if they don't beat the Gators. Then I've got to really start looking at the sidelines because with the talent they have, the heat's not going to be a factor. And I got to look at the sidelines and because they just got too many weapons now.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, they're one of my sleeper teams to get in there because I know they got 12-game playoffs now. Another sleeper I'm going to give you is going to be Boise State to come in from outside of the Power 5.
Boise State making a little comeback. I got to ask you, I was hanging out, listening to some music, friends of ours on a Sunday afternoon. He said a team to watch, Mizzou.
Yep, they got a good team.
Yeah, they're another one to get.
With the 12 games, it opens it up now a lot.
Do you think with the transfer portal and everything, it's you're getting almost like the NFL where you're getting a little bit of parity and you're seeing some teams are able to jump back into the spotlight sooner. And then you take a team like, and I don't know if this is true, maybe you know it, Uncle Cheech, but Clemson, I was told that they do not go to the transfer portal. They don't believe in it. And maybe you're seeing them take a little step back because of it.
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
And they will take a step back because that's going to be one of the games I pick next week. Next week, Clemson. I'm going to give you my picks when we go into full tilt on the 31st. This week, there's only 1 or 2 games. It's not worth my time. But next week, that'll be one of my picks. Clemson, Georgia.
Clemson, Georgia. That's going to be. So you guys, you want to list it? Is that you don't want to? Do you want to tease? Could that potentially be a lock of the week, or do you think that's going to be a general pick?
I'll let you know when the time comes.
All right. We don't want to.
What I need to know from Uncle Cheech is, what are your thoughts on Temple this upcoming college season?
Same old Temple.
I
wouldn't count on.
No.
I'll tell you what, though, for you, Jimmy, I like the Falcons. It was one of my outside teams to they'll get to the playoffs this year.
Now,
they could go farther. They got the piece they've been missing. Depending on injuries with these other teams, I like to.
Are you ready to pick your sleeper teams in the NFL yet?
My sleeper teams, I'm going to pick the Falcons and Houston.
All right, now who were your sleeper teams last year? Detroit, I know was one.
I had Detroit and Jacksonville.
Jacksonville got hit with injuries, but Detroit made it to the championship game.
Detroit made a run.
Detroit should have been in the Super Bowl. They made some high school play calling in the fourth quarter.
That's what gets you there or takes you out. One or the
other. Is Texas better than Miami?
On paper, they probably are.
But we know what happens when Miami plays Texas, right?
They don't play on paper. Last time Texas played us, it was just an embarrassment.
The Canes had, in the first half, Canes had 200-plus yards of penalties and still was beating them by 40.
That's right. They took us off the schedule, but
after that game, never want to play Miami again.
That was the Cotton Bowl game.
Yeah.
Scared.
That was the game. You know what game it was? We had Dennis Erickson on our show. We talked about it. That was the game that there was a lineman for Texas, offensive lineman, was talking shit because Russell Maryland was the Outland Trophy winner, and he was saying how they're gonna handle Russell Maryland, they're gonna embarrass, this and that, and Russell Maryland just absolutely annihilated this guy, absolutely. And Dennis Erickson was laughing. He goes, "Hey, they had it coming. They weren't letting it dog because they ran their mouths a lot, and that's what happens. That's what happens."
I watch that game all the time. I got it on DVD. I'd like to bring memories back from the good old days.
No, that was one of my favorite.
Old school.
That was one of my favorite Miami games.
They don't have a lot of excuses. If they don't win 10 games this year, they got to really look to the sideline if they don't get to the playoffs because they got too much talent on the team. They brought in the quarterback. They got the running back, I think his name Martinez.
Yeah.
Highly rated. They got the quarterback they want. Defense is solid. Offensive line is huge. It'll be hard for me to swallow, especially if they go to Gainesville and lose. So
yeah, I'm worried about my man Ultra. He might be smoking on the peace pipe. LSU with Joe Burrow is better than the Canes 2001 team.
Get out of here!
The Canes had their receiving core. Their receiving core was unbelievable. Their running backs was. You had Portis McGahee, Frank Gore, and Najee Davenport, all 4 NFL starters. Your linebackers, forget about the linebackers. Secondary, forget about. Vince Wilfork, the defensive line. You probably, when all said and done, Ed Reed, Sean, all said and done, you probably have 5 Hall of Famers, if not more, on that team. Unbelievable. Now, the LSU team is good.
Tell Ultra, though, I'm picking Cincinnati to go to the Super Bowl, though. I bet on them already. Cincinnati and who else did I pick? Cincinnati.
I think Cincinnati.
Green
I like
Bay.
Cincinnati. You're nuts with Green Bay. Uncle Cheech, I don't mean to be disrespectful.
Wow.
Green Bay are frauds. We got that quarterback paid. I'm telling you, Green Bay is going to be back to where they are.
Wait a minute. When they were still playing, wasn't your team watching?
Ooh.
I understand that. We got their quarterback paid. Don't forget. This was the same team. This was the same team that they barely could beat the Panthers. They got beat up by the Bucs. They got lucky, like a club fighter. They got lucky because our defensive coordinator tanked the game. Changed his whole defense because he was afraid of going against the same one. I will bet, Uncle Cheech, whatever you want. Green Bay ain't no way in hell. I'm telling you now. I'm telling you that.
Hey, Uncle Cheech, barbecue's cooking.
I gotta get odds. I got odds on them. All I can tell you, you were watching. They were playing.
And they were watching, too, when it came down to it.
Hey,
Uncle
Cheech, barbecue cooking thinks that's your distress signal, like as a secret code that something's wrong. That Green Bay. That's the code word.
Look at it. I love Ultra. This is the year Dak shuts him up. He's going Bengals, Cowboys. I got to love that. I tell you, people want to give Ultra crap. The man calls it straight down the middle. He gives tough love. Tough love is what he gives. But when it comes down to it, he bleeds blue and silver just like the rest of us. So. Uncle Cheech, you got me upset.
Man, you got him all fired up.
You'll live.
Well, we're definitely looking forward to a great time. And then, like I said, opportunity for you guys. We want our listeners to have some skin in the game. So each week we're going to pick one of you guys that's listening to the show on Monday. We'll give you the time, and you're riding with Uncle Cheech. You're gonna ride with Uncle Cheech, If he wins it, now if you lose, let me give you a couple rules to make sure we're right. If we're in week 5 and we lose, you're out. You have to win that week. It's got to be a week that you won. Can't be. So maybe there's 12 or 15 people in the final running, but we're going to take all that money and we're going to lump it in a pot, and we're doing 50-50, like the 50-50 raffle. 50 goes back to Uncle Cheech, 50 goes to one of our loyal listeners.
Hey, Uncle Cheech, now you said Green Bay. Barbecue Cooking is wondering if that was a code word or you're being held hostage. It was kind of hard getting you in the cave tonight. There was some technical difficulties. Is he right? Is that a distress call?
You need us to send somebody?
Hey, I'm not savvy on this technology. It was just took me a hard time to see the right buttons to push and this and that. And I got a new phone.
I like Barry Manilow.
Hell is Barry Manilow?
He writes the songs, Uncle Cheech.
Yeah. But hey, Uncle Cheech, it's going to be a fun year. We're looking forward to it. I don't know if you heard, but Cowboys Cave is going live, road show. You were a guest at Henderson's. If you're invited again, if you want to come down to Henderson's for Tampa Bay Cowboys Nation, the party they have at Henderson's, it's going to be a lot of fun. So if you got an open invitation, if you'd like to head out there.
Oh, we pleasure. Had a good time last time.
Yeah. No, it'll be a lot of fun. So you guys keep up with it. Uncle Cheech, you have any parting words? Anything else you want to talk about?
Well, I'll see you Wednesday night for your other crowd. And just remember, this is for serious gamblers, not for chumps. Serious gamblers. Serious. I bet serious money. I want to make serious money. I got no skin in this game. I'm not like a DraftKings or one of them going to tell you how to play. I'm trying to make you money. Follow the formula. I can assure you, you're going to be ahead of the game.
Yeah, and this isn't for the $20. This is I want to bet $20 on a game.
Bet $20. I'm talking thousands here. Then $20, and you might as well start playing parlays. You're going to bet $20.
Well, we always love having Uncle Cheech in the cave.
Yes,
always
we missed
a lot of fun. We missed you. We posted. I got so many messages. Is Uncle Cheech really here? A lot of people thought that poor Uncle Cheech. They thought maybe someone got the best of you because we hadn't heard from you. But we're happy you're healthy. We're happy you're here. It looks like you're in great spirits, feeling good. You must have won a little money in the off season. So everything's great. But we're looking forward to a great year.
All right, guys. I'll see you Wednesday night.
Wednesday night. Now that could be past your bedtime. Are you all right? 9 o'clock? I mean, is that?
Look, I'm up all night. I stay up late every night.
What does he do, Jimmy?
Now I'm up. I gotta study. I gotta think.
Uncle Cheech is going to be staying up all night and then staying a little longer with a Miller Lite in his hand so cold it frees the hand off an Eskimo.
But he is down at 250. You know I'll be up all night.
You got the knockers
right
bouncing all over the joint.
Ass was wiggling too. All right, Uncle Cheech, we'll see you Wednesday.
All right, guys. Take care.
Take care. We'll see you. All right. Well, there finally got Uncle Cheech figured out. I mean, it took a little while. We got it going.
I was worried, man. I was too. Barbecue,
not good.
Barbecue Cooking brought up a good point, but I'm glad Uncle Cheech settled everything and let us know you're safe and secure. It wasn't a distress call.
Yeah, I mean, I mean it with all sincerity, and I'm not maybe because I hate the Packers. I'm still bitter. And call me bitter, call me what you want. That team is not a Super Bowl team. I don't think that.
Not yet.
I think they overpaid. I think they're going to pay a price for that. I think the Cowboys. That's why I think there's some sort of shenanigans, some cahoots going on because that guy got paid over that. I just don't. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it.
No, you know what? I think they wanted to secure him. I mean, I don't think he was worth that kind of money, but they paid him what they had to pay him to keep him, and they locked him up. What are you going to do, right?
Yeah.
I mean, again, I don't see them being, and I hate to talk shit behind Uncle Cheech. I don't even think Cincinnati, because Burrow, I mean, he's got to be healthy this season. We'll see what happens with him.
Yeah, and that's what I hate when I go through work and then and things get messed up. I'm trying to find, because there was one other topic I wanted to talk about, and it was, let me see if I can find it, if I can pull it up here. And it was really,
was it Daniel Jones meltdown?
No, here we go. Finishing up with these young guns. I mean, you're seeing Bo Nix. I know the Broncos may not be a great team right now, but he has been playing very well. And I thought, my prediction was he was going to be the best rookie quarterback next year. I thought he had the most experience. He played high level. Auburn, went to Oregon, was a starter like a freshman year in Auburn. I mean, it seems like he's played college like 6 years, but he has like 50-something starts. So I think that I think he's going to be the best guy, and we'll see what happens. Caleb Williams, my buddy sends me a message, said, if Caleb Williams looks like he does, I think we got our quarterback. I'm like, it was one pass. You guys are getting hyped up about one pass. You already want it. The Bears fans are so desperate for a quarterback that one pass, I mean, they think he's going to be great. But I mean, he's a number 1 pick, so he's got a lot of talent. I don't know his mental toughness is there for the NFL. That's my concern with him. Bo Nix is battle tested. He's a tough quarterback. He's been through, the ups and downs and not wanted or this or that. I just think Bo Nix is going to have a solid. Again, he's not going to be all pro or anything, but I think of the rookie class, I think he's going to be the one guy that is going to be the most successful. May not have the record to prove it, but I think his play is going to be one of the better ones. What do you think about that? And in the chat, who you guys got?
Chicago's where quarterbacks get banished for some reason. So I feel badly for him that's where he ended up. NFC team, so I don't want them to play well. I wish the best for him, but it's true though, man. Every time somebody ends up in Chicago, it's a train wreck. I don't know what it is. Then you look at, again, me, I'm not going to pretend to know about college football, but seeing what I'm seeing in preseason, Bo Nix, I mean, he looks good. McCarthy, you got to feel bad for JJ McCarthy. I mean, that sucks.
Unfortunate. Right? And that's the thing is, like, when you get injured like that in his first, in the first, season, don't even get a chance to get games. How does that affect you moving forward? You know what I mean? How does that affect you moving forward?
Well, that's like you're in, and I don't mean to interrupt you, but that you're like in a Trey Lance spot where he barely saw action before he was out, right?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you're out. He made a few weeks of camp, and that's it. That sucks, And it was likely Sam Darnold was going to be the starter anyway, but I think McCarthy would end up playing by at some point mid-season. But how does that affect him mentally? I guess we'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be. But I mean, you've got Daniels from Washington. My son he's on the Daniels bandwagon. He thinks he's going to be the best one. Obviously, we talked about McCarthy, the injury, so he's out. And I mean, Penix. I think if Penix gets in there, the Falcons are in trouble, right?
That means yes. And you took the word. If he's playing, something went wrong.
Yeah. So I don't know how. I just don't think he's going to get the opportunity, because I think the Falcons are going to be a playoff team. I think they're going to be one of the better teams in the NFC. So I think it's these two, and I'm going to take Nix over Williams.
If Penix is playing, that means Cousins is hurt. That means that things didn't go our way. And you know what? Penix, he played the one preseason game. He looked good. He didn't look spectacular. I mean, it was everybody, had their opinions. I think he played solid. He played good.
Yeah.
But I don't want to see him starting this season. Hopefully there's a few games we can come in the fourth quarter. If we got a big enough lead, get some game action.
Yeah. No, I mean, if you're paying, you sign Cousins, you paid him. But it'll be interesting. Cousins did come out and say that had he known that they were going to do this, he would have much rather just stayed in Minnesota and been the bridge to McCarthy if they would have said that's what their plan was going to be had he known.
Yeah,
and I get it. He's comfortable there. He's comfortable there.
He's comfortable there. But you know what? That's months ago. Everything seems fine. It seems to be kumbaya. And that's the one thing that Coach Moore this team, it's like family. I mean, at least in public, everybody's saying the right things. I love when he gets on, press conferences. Everything's just upbeat. And he's like, look, man, we're family. However, this is a business, and I'm going to get the best man, whoever's hustling, whoever's playing the best. But, I love that we don't have shit playing out in public. That's all I care about.
Yeah. And Daniels has already been named a starter, in Washington. Bo Nix, I guess, they haven't officially named him, but you got to think they're going to make him the starter. I mean, they don't.
Why wouldn't you?
Yeah. I mean, these quarterbacks coming out of college, there's so much more ahead of the other quarterbacks from from our, let's say, our generation. It used to be sit for a couple years ago. These guys don't need to do that. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. If we go to Denver next year, and we haven't beat Denver since I was in high school. So the Cowboys, see what happens next year with that.
We got Denver week 11, so that'll be it'll be a good victory for us. Speaking about young, so CJ Stroud, I don't know if you saw, not this past week, but the one before, Diggs was on the sideline laying in them in the first quarter.
Oh, was he?
Yeah. So Diggs' shenanigans on the sideline with Josh Allen, is moving on to CJ Stroud last week. I know we have a fan in the cave here who's a big Texans fan. I don't know if he's in tonight, but that was last week. Yeah. It was animated. It wasn't like he was animated getting all up in CJ Stroud's face.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's kind of been a pattern, right? So I mean, that's the pattern, and you continue to go down that way. I mean, what are you going to expect? I mean, Diggs is a phenomenal receiver.
Yeah.
He can definitely going to help him. The Texans seem to be loaded. Yeah, he played 8 years. God, it seems like he's played forever. I'm telling you, Bo Nix has been there forever.
Hey, that's how long it took me.
He's not even that. He's not even. He's like 20, 25 years old, or 24, whatever it is.
Hey, Doug, it took me 7 years to get an associate's degree. So what's wrong with that?
He's just taking his time, man. There's no rush.
It'll come. Rush. Exactly.
But yeah. So I mean, but what I love to see are some young quarterbacks, right? Because you're getting some blood in there. You're getting some fresh blood in there. So it's going to be a lot of fun with all these quarterbacks coming in and seeing what happened. And then even like the Cowboys didn't, that Braylon Allen, I don't know if you watched the game. It might have been like last week. This rookie running back. And the Cowboys, I mean, Kelly was all on it, getting them. And I was like, man, I'd take him. And Minnie's a big dude. He's just like bowling over people in preseason. It's just, God, why wouldn't the Cowboys, why didn't they draft one of these young running backs? So, but we'll see what happens. I mean, I got to trust the process, they say. So.
Yeah, no, and that's it. You know what? You trust the process, and I'm sure that McCarthy's making the right decision. We don't know about the front office making the right decisions, but the coach is.
No. What do you have? We have a grill show in the chat. We're talking.
We do. They're talking about
at dinner, man. Don't go making me hungry again, man. I'm trying to lose weight. I'm trying to drop about 10 pounds before the season. Before my first hype video. I want to make sure I'm fit and trim, 18 stone, 2 pounds.
It's funny. About a year and a half ago, it took me about 6 months in 2023. I went from 218 down to 190 or 187. And I noticed in the last month and a half, 2 months, it's about put on about 4 pounds. So I'm going to shave that off in time for the Cowboys Cave tailgate. So I'm looking good.
That way you can splurge.
That way I can splurge a little bit. Exactly. Yeah. And I forgot who's buying beers, but I'll be happy to take some free beer.
Well, Frankie is a heavy hitter. And he's probably one of my favorite Cowboy fans. He is just so much energy, so positive, just such a big heart. I mean, he flies over to Cowboy games from Germany. And like I was talking to him. I hate to spill his business, but it was all, it's nothing negative. It's all positive. He's like, man, we went to, he goes, oh man, Jimmy John. Cause I said, yeah, we're going to the Jimmy. I can't miss that. Detroit. He goes, man, I really want to go. I said, man, I said, I'll just ask your wife, and his wife said, hell yeah. And they came over like on a 2 weeks notice. I mean, you know how it is to get tickets that short notice. And they came to be part of it. And we had an absolute blast. And so I don't think you're getting free drinks off Frankie. I'm going to talk to Frankie. I already see him asking me to sit in Frankie.
Hey, man, we're in Germany. From last summer, 23, I was in Munich. and I had ended up at one of these beer gardens, and I ended up speaking of bets and drinking. I had a couple in me, and I started betting these guys. And I'll drink beer, but I usually stick to mixed drinks and shit. But long story short, I started betting these guys with their big ass liter mugs of beer, and I won as far as getting free beer and shit. But I really don't remember getting back to the hotel. And my wife, she was a good sport about it.
I don't even remember being there.
I don't even remember, dude. I apologize if it wasn't on my A game.
But
that's it. Some some shit. Yeah, bra house in Munich. Baron. See, now they're saying shit. Now I'm trying to remember all this shit. Yeah, Baron.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. Like Frankie, and even but Frankie invited me out to say, hey, man, you ever in Germany, man? Mi casa, su casa. We all hang out. Philip, he was another one, met from Germany. So I've met like 3 Cowboy fans that live in Germany, all just about as good of people as you can ask for. So that's the cool thing when you're going to these games. That's what I'm telling you guys. A lot of people shit on the Cowboys, and they shit on this and this and that, and I get it. And they, it is what it is. But going to the games and hanging out with Cowboys Nation and the fans and the tailgates and the just the atmosphere and to me, it's worth it. I mean, it is. I always say the game's icing on the cake. Now, I don't want to go there to lose, and I want the Cowboys to win a Super Bowl. I'm glad my man, Ultra, he's still he's giving tough love, but at the end of the day, he's pulling for his Cowboys to win a Super Bowl. That's what we all want. I mean, we could talk bad about our team, and I've seen it with Ultra. Ultra is hard on the Cowboys, but when an Eagle fan or when someone else comes in here talking about our team, he's the first one to defend them and get up in their face. Sometimes a little rough. Sometimes the language is, he's going for the jugular. Some people don't like that. I appreciate it. It's all in fun. I don't take it all serious. Some people get really upset and offended. But but that's what it's about, man. We can talk crap on our own, but someone from the outside. That's what I'm telling you. Camo, Jimmy, you're an honorary Cowboys Cave, so we got to protect you. But Camo guy, I mean, he's got to be coming in prepared. You know what I mean? I don't want him slinging that bang bang Niner gang, especially if it's a. I always tell people if we win, the jokes are a lot better. But if we lose, the jokes don't last long. You gotta know the situation in the audience. We don't want no trouble.
No, Camo's the best. He's a good time.
No,
and he might talk a little shit, but it's all in fun. But I tell you, I know we have some military folk. He's a Marine. He's not active right now, but he was a Marine. So right away we're gonna have some connections there with those folks. But getting back to what you're saying about remember in Animal House? Hey, he can't talk to our pledges like that. Only we could talk to our pledges like that.
That's how it is.
Right.
Well, I mean, hopefully by this time next week, Jimmy, we're at least for me and Cowboys Nation we're kind of all right. CD is signed. We moved past all of this. Now we could focus 100% on the season. Everyone is in. Everyone is there. Everyone is ready. So it's going to be a lot of fun and definitely appreciate everybody in the chat. Again, you've got the Cowboys Cave tailgate party. That's going to be against the Ravens. It's just a fun event. You guys come and go as you please. It's going to be a lot of fun. There's going to be a lot of the who's who in the Cowboys world of content creators. There's, might be getting maybe a former player or two popping in, maybe some family members of former players or two or current players popping in. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a great time. And, it's what it's all about. So definitely looking forward to that. And again, make sure you hit that thumbs up if you're on your way out when we're done with the show. Hit that thumbs up. It doesn't cost you anything, and it helps out the channel, supports the channel. And then lastly, the Autograph app. If you haven't done it, when we're done, you can scan the QR code with your phone while it's on TV, or just go to Autograph in the App Store. It's on either one, the Android and the iPhone. And just reference Mike Tag when you're signing up. There'll be a reference name. Just do that. Sign up. Doesn't cost you anything. It's a badass app. I'm telling you, I wouldn't promote it and be partnered with them if I thought it was shit. I'm being honest with you. I think it's great stuff. So definitely do that. And we're gonna have fun, man. Is there anything else to cover, Jimmy?
Well, I was gonna say, you're talking about, if you're on X, do us a favor, go to YouTube, watch us on YouTube, subscribe on YouTube, because I've said it before and I'll say it again. I mean, we're kind of entertaining, Mike Tag and I, but it's the comment section that's the best, especially when you see stupidity like this in the comment section. NFL Eagles Super Bowl. Oscar, I don't know what you're drinking. But again, people on X, this is the kind of stuff you see in the comment section that you'll get a kick out of. It's good.
The Eagles in the Super Bowl, my man. What is he doing? What is he doing?
Making the playoffs. Hell out of here. Thanks, Vince. Barbecue cooking. Thank you. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. So definitely appreciate it. You guys have a great one. What are they doing? Kelly and I will be back on Wednesday. We're going to be switching to Wednesday. I'm pretty sure. I don't know if it's this Wednesday or next, but we're going to get back to Wednesday because obviously football is Thursday, so we're doing that. Monday, it's always 7. We're going to be your lead into the Monday night. You don't have to watch the stupid. Now they're getting rid of all the good people. You don't have to watch these stupid channels. You can watch us, and you got Uncle Cheech. You got the whole crew here, so it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to be bringing in some guests during the season and maybe some fans and just have a good time with it. So definitely check it out. But we appreciate all the support. Hit the subscribe if you haven't on your way out, but more importantly, hit that thumbs up if you haven't. And you guys have a great week. Hopefully, we'll see you on Wednesday or Thursday. I'll put it out there as soon as I figure it out. Let me find the ending. And where is the ending with Jimmy? I don't know where you're at. Let me see. Did I mess up? Let me see. It's going to take that off, but that's okay. All right, Jimmy, we're out here. I'll see you guys. Take care.
Give me somebody that's hungry. Give me somebody that's hungry. I need somebody.